Hey everyone, how we been? We good? Abbas, how we doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Yes.
How we feeling? We ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got taper day 2 today, so
So great. This is gonna be in English.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
we done did the
we just
Arabic
did
part.
this part in Arabic, and obviously my Arabic is
It's
not
so
good.
funny, man. I don't even have a first language. Both languages are second languages.
Hey, no, you rock the Arabic. I was just there going.
Rock the Arabic, man. I sound like I speak with a Canadian accent.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
That's
Alright. That being said.
That being said, yeah.
All right. So, short brief for everyone in English.
Yeah.
All right. So just like we did with the Arabic, we're gonna discuss some things that everybody needs to know.
Yep.
We'll start with hopefully when Shahid pays attention. Can we start with the presentation, please? Thank you. All right. Can we go to the first page, please? Yeah. Perfect.
Rack heights and settings.
Awesome. So everyone needs to know that we have to have their squat heights, their bench heights, their safety arm heights, and the settings of in and out. You know what in and out are?
Yes.
What is it?
So a lot of squatters, they like to have their hands nice and wide.
Yeah.
Obviously past the ring. That's why I like past the ring.
Yeah.
So that way they keep the
This
squats.
is usually the bigger lifters.
Bigger lifters.
Yeah, because they can't get their elbows in.
Funny enough, I keep it to mid because I'm just on the ring. But anyway, when they
So
do
you're
that,
saying you're a bigger lifter.
I'm a bit of a bigger lifter.
All
I'm,
right.
I'm 120.
Yeah.
But that being said, they have that rack
Yes.
more.
Yes.
in the-
Yes. Yes.
in-
I've seen a couple of the lifters that can't bring their arms in beyond, like, and they're usually in the 140 plus kg. That's why I'm saying that.
So it's more about flexibility. So if you're flexible, we keep the rack heights wider, and that's where you can kind of get a nice.
So we're trying to keep it as comfortable and convenient for the lifters as possible.
Yeah.
So please pay attention. We will set up the rack at Strongbox on the night of the 22nd, which is Wednesday, the night of the 23rd, which is Thursday, and the night of the 24th, which is Friday, to get your settings. We will not be taking settings during the competition. If you have not taken your settings, we assume you're not going to participate. Okay?
That's really big, guys. So be sure to really come in on those days, get your rack heights.
100%.
And even better, if you already know your rack heights, you already know the numbers of the rack heights, you can always send it to Shahid.
Yes, on the WhatsApp, the number that's already communicated with everyone.
But if you can make it on those days, it'd be great because I'll be there. We'll all be there. Would love to meet you guys.
It'll
say
also
hi.
be very awesome if Shahid would put his phone aside.
Yeah, it'd be really great.
Yeah. Right. That being said, 7:30 p.m. on the 22nd, 7:30 p.m. On the 23rd, and after the competition on the 24th. And we really don't want to be taking measurements that night.
Yeah.
It's a very long 2 days for the organizers. Now, some people will be flying in, and our assumption is most people will be flying in on Thursday. Maybe some people who are competing on Saturday will be flying in on Friday. For those, of course, there's always the exception. That's why we set up Friday night. But please, if you are in, come in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We'd love to meet everyone. We'd love to greet everyone. My God, there's a few coaches I'd love to shake hands with because they're like leaders in this field. So yeah, that's when we get your rack heights. Okay. That being said, can we move to the second slide, please? All right. Personal equipment checks. When you come in to weigh in, and we'll discuss the schedule in a second.
Yeah.
Equipment checks. While we are doing the weigh-ins, we are checking your equipment. You know what the list is?
Yes.
Tell me.
So we're looking at your singlet.
What about it?
Make sure it's cotton.
The singlet?
Singlet.
No, the singlet meets the standard.
Needs to meet the IPF standard.
Yes.
So it can't be a compression.
No. It's
It needs to meet
It's
IPF.
not single ply, double ply. It meets the IPF standard.
It just needs to meet the IPF standard.
100%. You're allowed logos or
Yeah.
sponsors on it because we want to promote the sport and the clubs. It's part of our thing here. We're trying to promote the sport as much as we can. But that's definitely okay for the singlet.
So obviously singlet needs to meet IPF standards.
Yeah.
We're looking at your knee sleeves.
Knee sleeves.
Make sure they're
IPF
also
standard.
IPF approved. Wrist straps.
Yep.
IPF
Same
approved.
thing.
Belts.
Yep.
IPF approved. And
Deadlift socks.
deadlift socks.
When you're deadlifting, you have to have socks that cover the shin.
Oh, you have to. So you need
It's
to have
a must.
Okay.
You don't wear them for the squats. For the squats, if you are going to squat and you wear knee sleeves, you can't have socks that tuck under it.
So that's a question I was actually curious to ask. So I struggle to put my knee sleeves on.
Yeah.
So I wear long socks.
You should take them off after you put
So
them
as
on.
long as I show some skin, is that okay?
You're supposed to show skin.
Supposed to. So you have to show some skin between. Sounds so bad. Okay, but you know what I mean, right?
I'm not gonna.
But you have to show a little.
Please show a little skin.
You can't have like basically one
This
continuous.
is big calf problems.
Exactly. This is why
I don't suffer from that.
Hey man, genetics.
Mashallah.
But so I do that. I have to wear the long socks first, then the
Up to you, as long as there's space between the sleeve and the sock.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
And in terms of, because I'm actually kind of confused about the IPF approved singlet. So is our Inzer singlets okay?
If they are the IPF approved singlet, then yes. They have Inzers have suits and they have singlets.
Obviously, the suits, that's a no-no. That's a no-no.
Squat shorts, no-no. All cotton. Underwear is going to be checked. God bless you.
So underwear is
checked. T-shirts are checked. Sports bras are checked. That's all being checked. Okay. We will have a female crew for the females and a male crew for the males. Nothing else. We only identify as two genders.
Exactly. So, but we just to go through it again. Singlet needs to be IPF approved. Wrist straps need to be IPF approved.
Yeah.
Elbow sleeves.
Only for squats.
Only for squats.
You're not allowed elbow sleeves when you're bench pressing.
Yeah, I think it's a rule which is in the IPF rule book. So it's something that's a common, especially
and
in
shoes.
raw.
Did I mention shoes?
No.
You're not allowed to lift in socks. You wear socks, but then you wear shoes. Anything that has a sole in it.
Anything has.
I know everybody already knows this. Mostly, people have bought the Notorious lifts or the Converse. They all work. Lifting shoes, weightlifting shoes are allowed, of course, because I can't get to that depth without the weightlifting shoes, so it's part of the rules. Cool. Clear enough?
Yeah.
Cool. Can we move on? Next slide. All right. Timings. Again, I'm going to mention here that there may be a small error committed by our one and only Shahid. It's male 66. There is no male 64 category. So that being said, we're not doing this podcast again, or sorry, powwow again.
Yeah.
I'm just going to walk through a very straightforward timing session for anyone.
So this is more about the timing more than less. So
Mr. Ahmed Abbas, you are competing on day 2, third session.
I'm competing day 2, third session.
So that means you start lifting at 5:15.
Yes. In the schedule, lift starts at 5:15.
Right. That's the session start.
Session start.
So your scale is at 3:15, which means you're going to show up sometime before that or around that to get a number.
I'll probably show up around, like I said, an hour before to get, like you said,
that's fine.
A number.
Yeah, but don't show up at 7 a.m. to take a number.
No, that doesn't work.
Cool.
Because, not to overcomplicate things, but people who come at 7 a.m. are basically weighing in for
at
the
7
6
a.m.
at 7 a.m.
Yeah, so that's that.
Yeah.
So show up an hour before, no problem. Come get a number. At 3:15 will be the first weigh-in. We're allocating numbers. We have sessions that have 13 people. We have sessions that have 18 people.
Yeah.
So we're allocating numbers, and for the next 1 hour, we're taking weights. Don't show up after an hour and say, hey, I'm here for a weigh-in. Because we're cutting off show-ups at 45 minutes.
So it's from 3:15
till 4 o'clock. You'll get numbers. At 4 o'clock, we stop giving numbers.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Now, that means we finish weigh-ins at 1 hour after that time. All the information goes to the organizers. They input all the data so we can start lifting at 5:15. But every session is split into 2 flights. Flight A, Flight B. Which flight are you in?
Flight B.
So you're not actually squatting at 5:15.
No. I'm warming up at 5:15.
Yeah, you're warming up at 5:15 while Flight A is squatting.
Yeah.
So you're actually going to squat at 5:50. On average, 30 to 40 minutes per flight. We have about 3 to 3.5 hour sessions depending on the number of people. So each squat flight A is about 30 minutes. Squat flight B is about 30 minutes. A small break between that and bench, and then bench flight A, 30 minutes, and so on until the end.
So this is important detail for people in flight A, and I'm only just looking out for session 3, or regardless if you're flight A or flight B. But when it says the start time at 5:15, make sure you already warm up. So when it's 5:15,
flight A need to be ready.
Yeah.
Because at 5:05 we make the announcements. At 5:15 first squatter starts.
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, we would appreciate if everyone from flight B gave the warm up area to flight A for flight A to warm up when they need it, and we would appreciate from flight A to give the warm up area to flight B when they need it. We don't want to go around telling people get out and get in. Just respect that everyone needs to warm up.
So
if you have special warm-up routines that take a very long time, we have a completely separate area. If you like to roll, if you like to stretch, if you want to do yoga, if you want to get on a bike, if you want to get a session with Kaylee, there's another allocated section for it. But we want flight A people to warm up for flight A, and flight B people. Wow, that was a difficult one to say.
It's all right.
Flight B people to warm up for flight B.
Exactly. One last thing I want to add to that. So in order for the warm-up area to stay, I don't know how to say, like calm and like in control, we are allowing one athlete and one coach. Yeah.
On some occasion, we'll have 2 athletes with the same coach, and that'll be great for us.
Yeah.
The warm-up area has 8 stations, so there should be no more than 16 people in there.
And that's only because we don't want to get for it to get crowded.
Yes.
You know. And it's better. I mean, if you have your, and I think it's important to have a coach. I think this is something we have to talk about, like having a coach there. On
Yeah, this is we're gonna do a little tips video later.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, cool. So that covers the schedule and the timing. Can we move on, please? Next sheet. Next sheet. All right. Missing weight class and disqualifications. I've been asked about this a few times. If you're gonna miss your weight, you'll be given time to, if you show up and you weigh in at 315 and you're 300 grams over and you just want some time to go and come back to weigh in, you'll be given the hour to come back. So up until 4:15 and you can come back. Anytime within that, if you feel you've hit weight, great. Let's say I'm 3 kilos over. We don't shift your weight class. IPF says 21 days before the competition, you can't change your weight class. We gave everyone till the 7th. After the 7th, no one changes their weight class.
Yeah.
So we don't want people jumping weight classes to avoid or meet someone else.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you miss a weight, and I've been advised already by a couple of the lifters that they can't make weight. You will be allowed to lift. We want you to put on the best possible show you could put on. We want everyone to succeed, but you will not allow you will not allowed to be metal. To be metal. That was in English. You will not be allowed to metal. God damn, that was tough. You won't allow be what? Sorry, man. A little too much talking today.
It's all right, but you're doing well. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man.
So basically, yeah, you can compete, and we advise you to compete, and don't let it bring you down. I think just come in. This is for people who miss weight. This is purely to people who have missed weight. Come in, have fun, put on a great show, PR.
Yeah. Get ready for next time.
And get ready for next time.
Yeah. So we do want to see a lot of PRs.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a lot of PRs. PRot.
All right. Well,
referencing the Arabic video.
That being said, that's what happens with the scale. Complaints. Let's say a lifter has a problem with the refereeing. Please know that everyone there is there to ensure that you do the best possible job in a very fair playing field. There are zero favoritisms anywhere. Everyone is expected to lift to their best and meet the guidelines and the rules. Anytime a referee calls a red flag, there's a reason for it. Yeah? Now, like I said last time, it's not a squat until you hit depth. So it's a red flag until you hit depth. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Listen to the commands. Do the job right. Don't drop the bar in the deadlift. Don't move your head in the bench press. Don't get your butt off the bench. It won't count. Okay? Every ref is paying as much attention as possible to this. On some occasion, you'll see the spotters get in the way. The refs are going to maneuver to try to get as good of a view as possible. Sometimes it wouldn't even be possible. So a jerk of the butt will indicate that the butt came off the bench.
Okay.
Okay? So do it right, and we will try to avoid mistakes as much as possible, and mistakes happen at the greatest levels.
Exactly.
Right? So that being said, complaints. No one talked to the refs during the session. After the session, if someone wants to say anything, the refs will happily engage. It'll be me or Ricardo, one of us two, can absolutely engage in that conversation. We are taking videos of each lift. God forbid, should anyone later decide to say anything, we'll have videos to show them.
That is the reason. Yeah.
Hopefully, we get all of them right.
Yeah. Hopefully, no one. It doesn't get to that point. You know.
No.
We want everyone to get.
And the refs, I know for a fact, we're all well trained for this.
Yeah.
Okay. So that being said, no form of aggression. No one. Aggression will not be tolerated. If you're going to be aggressive towards a ref, or is going to be shouting or swearing, or God forbid attacking a ref, immediate disqualification will get you out of the gym. Thank you very much. Respect is warranted to everyone there. Everyone is there to help support you perform to the best of your abilities. So we got to call it fair. If you have a problem, complain between sessions, have a discussion, great. If there's a form of aggression, you will be asked to leave. Agreed? Agreed. The last one that we will talk about with regards to disqualification is dropping the bar from squat. And the reason I always bring this up is because it's very dangerous to the spotters. The spotters are there to help you, not to carry the load off your back if you throw it. Some of you guys, we've been seeing lifts 300, 320 kgs. It's a big load. I mean, it'll hurt a person. But I know these guys, they're pros, man. They don't miss the bar. They don't drop the bar no matter what. But the spotters are well trained to take on the load. They're well trained to help you stand up. God forbid, should you need it, it'll be there. Do not drop the bar. That's grounds for immediate disqualification. that happened in the last meet, and we don't want to see it again.
Yeah, I remember
Now
that.
you drop the bar at the deadlift, that's a red flag. You
Yeah.
drop the bar in the squat, that's a disqualification. Okay, I think that covers pretty much everything we wanted to discuss today. Prizes. We wanted to say something about prizes.
Yeah.
So we've gotten our sponsors all together today, and we're issuing the prizes posts. Of course, my favorite prizes are the Eleco bars that are going to the overalls, but there's also cash prizes for the overalls, cash prizes for weight classes, goodie bags from awesome shops who we'll let you know about today, goodie bags for everyone, t-shirts for everyone. We've got goodie bags for second and third in the weight class. There's quite a few prizes coming out this way. And like we said, every event is exponentially growing. Hopefully. We will not announce this yet, but I'll hint because I also hinted about this in the Arabic version of this.
Yeah.
The cup, the Gulf Cup, the club, we'll be announcing that as soon as we have our lead sponsor on board.
Nice.
Hopefully when that happens, everybody will know how big that will be.
That's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
So everyone watch out, keep your ears
Yeah,
open.
that should be fun. And
Stay
it will
trained.
be big gyms, and it will be by invitation.
Nice.
All right? I
Fantastic.
think that covers it.
Yep, I think we did a good job.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shahid.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.